Hello and welcome to another episode of Wannabe Entrepreneur. Today I will dedicate this episode to share my feelings. Tiago, no, we don't hear about your feelings, blah blah blah. No, you will have to hear it, It's 2021. Everyone can share their feelings, everyone can share what are their challenges, and I think this is a great platform because being an entrepreneur is not like what you see in the movies, that it's really funny because you start a company and then all the hard work, the coding, the marketing, all this stuff normally is kind of skipped. And what they do is that they put like a pumped up music, bounce, down, 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 and it's like you just have like a photo montage or video montage of the hero, coding and building the company and so on. So all of this part, which is the boring part, is actually skipped. And in the movies, it sounds quite easy, right? But actually, this part that is not mentioned in the movies, is the hard one. Is where the hard work is, where the doubts are, and so on. And I was in Berlin. I was meeting a lot of my friends, and all of them are making some good money, are working their corporate jobs, going up in the company ladder, and I am now looking to my bank account, and for the first time since I got employed, I don't see the money going up. I see the money going down. It's going towards zero instead of increasing, and that's really scary. It's really scary because this is the time of my life. I'm in my late 20s at the moment, right? So I should be gathering all the amount of money that I can, especially if I want to go back to Portugal and maybe even have a paycheck that is a bit lower than in Germany. And it's really scary because I'm putting all my eggs in one basket in my entrepreneur, career. I know that I can always find a job in the future. Everyone tells me this, and it's true. I'm a software developer. Most likely I will find a job. But it's really important also to have savings. It's important to have savings if I want to buy a house, if I want to, build my life. And all of this, your 20s, you're mostly, gathering this money, collecting this money, so that maybe you can settle down somewhere, or at least have some amount of money to build a family, or relax a little bit, to travel, to have the lifestyle you wanna have. And if I'm spending all of my money, it will take me 5, 6, 7 years to get back to where I am now. So that's definitely very, very scary, and it's a challenge. So I want to share here quickly what are my plans for both this podcast and for Change It. And I'm not sure if they will work, but this is basically what I'm thinking at the moment. For the podcast, I am releasing daily. It's fine, I like it, so there's no problem there. But what I'm imagining is that I am releasing daily, increasing my user base, my number of listeners. And the way I'm doing this is by having the interviews, because every time I interview someone, they will most likely, share with their network, their friends, their family, and I get new users. So this is how I'm getting new users. Plus, every time I release an episode that I think might be useful for communities like Reddit or Hacker News, I release it there, and normally that's also bringing a lot of success. So I'm using these two techniques to grow my user base. Plus, I'm pushing the business model that I believe in, which is the pay what you think is worth, the membership model. And I hope that if I do this consistently, I will be able to make it work and have a source of income from this podcast. And in the future, even if I cannot afford to release daily, I will still keep on releasing, weekly or something like this, and this will keep a steady source of income. So that's my plan for the podcast. For Change It is a bit different. So the podcast is something mine, it's mostly something creative, and probably I won't have a team working on it. We Change It, I want to have a team. I want to have a company. I want to have really make a difference and help fight climate change and make a viable company. So this is my plan for now. Again, still what's in my mind. I'm not sure if this will work out in the future, but I'm trying to validate my business model, and I want to see if people actually start buying products, if I can have a source of income from there. The moment this picks up, I will have money to, first of all, take maybe some money for myself, to pay the bill, and then to start maybe investing in marketing to bring more users, and maybe investing in a team so that we can, change it to the next level. At the moment, the way I'm mostly focusing on the business model and the organic growth. Those are the two main metrics that I want to see if my consistent work will pay off. And I'm actually not focusing that much on getting new users, because, or rather, the way I'm focusing on getting new users is to, release blog posts. That I haven't been doing that lately, but that's one of the best way to get new users, because I can share these blog posts on Reddit and get new people, target users, and so on. And organic growth, I believe that if I'm doing a good job, people will share the app. And by the way, the app now, if you search for climate change on the Play Store, it's on the top 5 climate change apps. So that's amazing. So this is kind of working out that way. And if I get a valid business model, and I know that people like the app and are actually buying products, and I'm getting a source of income, I can actually invest a little bit on ads, because then if the cost of acquisition is lower than whatever the user is bringing to, in terms of products that they buy, this means I have a viable company. And that's kind of what I'm following. That's my plan, and I really, really hope that it works out. And I don't have a time frame when I will quit, but I just have to say that this scares me, definitely. Seeing that the money for the first time in my life, instead of going up or staying the same, is actually every month decreasing. That's it for the episode today. And yesterday there's already some people giving super cool suggestions on my question, the question that I made yesterday, my challenge for you. So if you also have ideas, I will leave the link in the description of this episode. If you want to support this episode, if you think this is valuable to you and you want to support me, there's also a link in the description where you can buy me a coffee. And that's it for today. See you tomorrow.